Welcome to another episode of Biz Takeouts, Biz Community Soundbite-sized news to go, made possible today by Wunderman Thompson, part creative agency, part consultancy, and part technology company, providing end-to-end capabilities at a global scale to deliver inspiration across the entire brand and customer experience. I'm your host, Angie Lawrence, and I'm very excited to introduce today's guests. Richard Mullins is the Managing Director of Wunderman Thompson across Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. Audra Makalima is an analytics implementation specialist at Wunderman Thompson, and Beth Casey is the Country Director for Marketing and Commerce Cloud at Salesforce. And today we'll be chatting about Wunderman Thompson's Data Learnership Academy. Welcome all. Richard, can you tell us what the WT Data Learnership Academy is?
Absolutely. The Academy is about helping to create an opportunity for people to join the digital marketing kind of community. As a business, we realized we'd invested a lot in technology, and we saw that the growth in our clients' kind of investments in the technologies, through partnerships that we have, like with Salesforce, had kind of expanded. And what we realized as well is that there were not enough people that had a view or an understanding of what the industry was about and how to get into it. So we started an academy to help drive awareness and to also start putting back into the community in terms of taking people from previously disadvantaged communities, people that were looking in areas that they were struggling to kind of find learnerships and those kind of incentive places, to come and actually work for us and be given an opportunity. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey and one that we're incredibly proud of.
Lovely. You did touch on this already, but maybe you can just elaborate a bit more on what initiated the creation of the Academy and why Wunderman Thompson invested in developing skills in South Africa.
So we started with hubs in South Africa in terms of developing environments where people could come in and we could then supply services to clients, and we could do that from South Africa into Europe, and we've got global clients that are kind of being sourced out of there. So the benefit that it gave us is that we started to create a groundswell of people coming into the business, and the reason that we've done that is that for people to get access to things like certification and all those kind of other good things becomes quite onerous. And by putting the academy in place, what we've been able to do is create an environment whereby it's not just about developing your tech skills, but people get exposure to clients, they get exposure to mentors, they get exposure to a broader business kind of ethic. And that helps develop them in terms of their future careers. But it also gave us the opportunity to kind of give back. And I think that as a combination was really, really kind of powerful for us. The value for us ultimately as a business is that we now have a stream of people that are coming through our business that are being certified. And they're not just being certified by sitting in an academy, they're being certified while they're working on clients' business, working with senior people and learning kind of all the softer skills that come along with the hard skills that are required around the technologies. So you can see how that kind of partners really well with Salesforce in terms of the way that we're working with them and how we're kind of driving that engagement in terms of developing new people coming into the industry and kind of developing their skill sets from there on in.
Definitely sounds like a very beneficial partnership and benefiting everybody all around. And on that note, what has the response been from the market and your clients?
So it's been incredibly positive. One, I think, the fact that we've gone out and partnered with companies like Codex, who are really investing in developing and creating opportunities for young people within South Africa. I think the benefit for us has been that our clients have recognized us, not only to the point of just recognizing the fact that there is the initiative, but there are conversations kind of starting whereby we actually bringing our clients on board and they becoming part of the process with ourselves. So it's been a really interesting kind of journey from that perspective as well. The market has responded incredibly well. And I think it's also part of our commitment to, we've been a partner with Salesforce for, almost 15 years now. And it's also about that partnership and how we develop that moving forward in terms of bringing that not just to our clients, but to their clients as well.
Thank you so much, Richard, for all the insights. Adwa, I'm going to turn my next question to you. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what brought you to the Academy?
Hi, Angie. So I'm Oda Makalima. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Cape Town. I'm an analytics implementation specialist at Wunderman Thompson. I joined Wunderman Thompson in 2020 as a learner. So my main focus is on our Google Marketing Platform, Adobe Experience Platform, and Salesforce. So I studied computer science in University of Western Cape in 2016, and I received like the National Certificate in IT from Codex in 2019.
Thanks so much, Adwa. So as somebody that's been through the Academy yourself, what's the best part, or what has been the best part about attending the Academy for you, and some of the highlights that you did?
Yeah, so the best part about attending the Academy for me was learning these new digital analytics tools and also certifying in some of them. And I also enjoy like having mentors and coaches like from different departments in the business. Like I had a mentor from the developers team. I had a mentor from the analytics team and also from the marketing team. So that gave me a view of what everyone is doing in the business and how it all fits together. And since the program is 1 year, so the first 6 months we're all about learning these new tools. And we also had like daily stand-ups and weekly check-ins with the mentors to set up our goals. And they were also helping us to reach our goals. And if we had any blocker, they were like, yeah, help us with that. Then the last 6 months, we focus on shadowing the guys in the analytics team to see how they work with clients and how they solve problems.
Sounds like you have learned a lot and been exposed to a lot, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And since you've completed the program, Adwa, how has your life changed? Where are you now? What are you doing?
Yeah, so the program really changed my life in a positive way. Like before I joined, like I was not sure like what I wanted to do like career-wise until I joined Wunderman Thompson. And now I can also support my family like financially, which is a good thing. And so right now I'm a full-time analytics implementation specialist. So every day I document like business requirements for web tracking. I validate tagging. I debug implementation issues and JavaScript issues.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Adwa, and good luck for the future. I'm sure you'll
Thanks.
only be successful.
Thanks, Angie.
Beth, I'm going to turn to you next. Can you tell me why is it important for Salesforce and other market leaders in the MarTech space to be involved in initiatives such as this?
Yeah, so hi Angie. Look, I think building out the skills in a new market for Salesforce is one of our most important levers of growth. You know, the technology can only do so much, and I say it every time to every customer that we are talking to. You know, there's two things that are going to make your MarTech project or your strategy successful. The first is data, so having the right data, but the second piece is the people, the resource, and the skill. And you know, the way that Salesforce has grown over the last 23 years is by enabling and expanding our partner network. So the likes of Wunderman Thompson, you know, Richard said we've been working together for 15 years. We can only continue to grow if we have partners who are enabled to deliver and help our customers grow with the technology. Now, as the ecosystem grows, as the technology grows, and as the skills change in country, the partners themselves need to keep the skills development going. And that's really where this academy comes in. So I started in this space 10 years ago, and the skills that were required to run a marketing technology then are different to the skills that are required now. You know, so Adwa mentioned some, you know, technical skills, developer skills. When I started here, I didn't have any of those, you know, and now if you asked me to do his job, there's no way I could do it, right? So having a groundswell of, you know, younger people coming into the market, bringing their own point of view, and then having, you know, giving feedback both to customers, but also to the MarTech vendors on how they live their lives, the type of engagement, the type of experience they want to have from a brand or a business is so important. Something else I would just say, you know, I myself did a graduate program like this, but it was in auditing, so it wasn't in digital marketing. And I just wish at the time that I had had the opportunity to have this type of experience. So yeah, I just think it's such a wonderful initiative, and we're so proud and happy to be partnering with Wunderman Thompson on it.
Definitely many reasons for this initiative to exist. So it's really great that it is around and that it is so successful. While we're talking about the need for this initiative, what are the key skill shortages that you're seeing in the market, and advice you would give to school leavers who wish to work in the digital marketing sector?
So the skills shortage. Okay, so I think now, right, to be a strong digital marketer, you need to, yes, be creative, okay, to have that curiosity and want to really understand the brands and the customers that you're working with. Okay, so that's more on the qualitative factor. But you also need to be a technical marketer as well. Okay, so what's important there? The first thing is understanding data. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to be a data scientist, but it means that you need to be an analytical thinker, and you need to be, curious about solving problems and trying to think about how lots of different pieces of information come together. Okay. So, whether that be challenging yourself in terms of learning new coding skills, whether that be challenging yourself in terms of looking at architecture, and trying to really think about how all the different pieces of a puzzle come together. And looking at trying to train yourself up in those methodologies, I think will be really important. And those are the type of skills that are transferable. So absolutely, we want all of the grads on this scheme to be enabled within the marketing cloud, the commerce cloud, the Salesforce ecosystem. But if you have those skills, you can take them and apply them to any other type of system within the technology space.
That's some really great practical advice. Thank you for that, Beth. And then on the last question, how do you see this partnership going, and what changes do you hope to see in the next 10 years in the industry?
So we did a report about 6 or 7 months ago with the IDC, looking at what the Salesforce ecosystem would grow to within South Africa, right? And like I said, the way the Salesforce has been able to grow over the last 23 years is by enabling our partners and by not trying to do everything ourselves. We provide the technology, we are, number one in innovation, but we can't be the service providers. We can't do everything from the actual implementation and delivery side. So we need to grow our ecosystem. By 2024, based on our reports, it looks like we're going to have over 5,000 new jobs around the Salesforce ecosystem in South Africa alone. We're not even talking about, the rest of the market. We are going to grow the revenue around the Salesforce ecosystem by $2 billion US dollars. Okay, so that's huge numbers. So, if I'm a young person now coming out of university or coming out of school and I don't know what to do, this is a good horse to back. There are multiple opportunities for your career progression. So Audrey, you're in, data and analytics, right? But you can become a campaign manager. You can start looking at, some of the newer tools that are coming onto the market around data management platforms. You can become a loyalty specialist, and then even just thinking about all of the different types of channels that are available from a marketer's perspective. I've seen people coming into this thinking about being an email marketer and going up the ranks into a business analyst, project manager, and then a COO, right? So, look at where companies are investing, look at the trends in customer behavior, and then go and search out companies like Wunderman Thompson who are offering this skills development and training. And I think you'll be on to, backing a winning horse.
Beth, that sounds so exciting. The amount of jobs and the amount of money that's being put into the industry, and the future just is really, really bright. So that was very exciting for me to hear as somebody that's in the industry myself. So thank you so much for those insights, and thank you to everybody for joining me today. Richard, Audra, it's been great chatting to all of you. And that's a wrap on today's show, with thanks to Wunderman Thompson for making it possible. It's Biz Takeouts. Take it where you like it, when you like it. Bye for now.